You know the feeling. Someone asks you a question, and something inside you tightens before you answer. Your jaw sets. Your breath becomes shallow. Silence suddenly feels dangerous. Why are you so sensitive? What are you hiding? Are you afraid to answer? But they may not be asking because they want to understand you. They may want to provoke you, expose a wound, or collect words they can later use against you. Still, you answer. You explain too much. You defend a decision that was already yours to make. Hours later, you replay the conversation and wish you had protected your silence. Zen treats speech carefully. Not because words are evil, but because every word gives something away. Attention, truth, trust, you through 5 questions that often function like traps. It will show you why wisdom is not measured by how quickly you answer, but by whether the question deserves an answer at all. If you feel that this touches something familiar within you, it may not be accidental. Stay until the end, because the 5th question is the one thoughtful people spend their lives trying to answer. I'm Jack. Welcome to Ancient Current. Long ago, in a river town beneath cedar-covered mountains, there lived a young scholar named Ren. Ren had a gift for words. He could untangle an argument before other people had even understood it. In the tea house, men twice his age leaned closer whenever he began to speak. People said Ren could answer anything. At first, this sounded like praise. Before long, it became a chain. If a stranger questioned his knowledge, Ren corrected him. If a rival mocked his family, he defended every detail. If someone misunderstood him, he stayed until midnight trying to make himself clear. His words won applause. They also made him easy to control. A wealthy advisor named Sato understood this. Sato lacked Ren's intelligence, but he understood pride. One evening, in a tea house heavy with charcoal smoke and the smell of roasted rice, Sato asked him a question. Ren, is it true that your father abandoned your family because he was ashamed of you? The room went still. The question struck an old wound. Ren's fingers tightened around his warm clay cup. He could have said nothing. Instead, he spoke for nearly an hour. He told the room about his father's deaths, his mother's illness, and the argument before his father disappeared. By sunrise, Ren's private pain had become public entertainment. A week later, Sato asked why Ren had left the governor's academy. Ren defended the decision and described the corruption he had witnessed. His words reached the governor before he returned home. Then Sato asked, "Are you refusing to debate me because you are afraid?" Ren debated him. Finally, Sato asked what Ren's closest friend knew about missing tax records. Ren tried to protect his friend, but under pressure, he revealed one detail. It was enough. His friend was arrested before winter. Ren finally understood that his enemies were not defeating him with better answers. He left the town before dawn. Frost whitened the road, and each breath rose before him like smoke. He walked toward a small Zen monastery above the river gorge. There, he found an old master named Daichi sweeping wet cedar needles while rain tapped softly on the tiled roof. "Master," Ren said, bowing, "teach me how to defeat a man who uses questions as weapons." Daichi continued sweeping. Ren waited until cold water slipped inside his sandals. At last, the master asked, "Who told you every question must be answered?" "If I remain silent, people will think I am ignorant." Daichi rested both hands on the broom. "And if you speak, do they always think you are wise?" Ren had no reply. "Stay for 5 days," Daichi said. "Each day you will hear a question. Watch carefully, not the question, but the hand holding it." That evening, wind moved through the cedars with the sound of distant waves. Not the question, the hand holding it. On the first morning, a silk merchant arrived. He had heard that Daichi once served in a powerful household. In front of the novices, he asked, "Master, what disgrace from your youth made you hide on this mountain?" Daichi poured tea for everyone except the merchant. "Did you not hear me?" the man demanded. I heard you. Then answer. No. The merchant left in anger, his sandals striking the stone path. Wren asked, perhaps he truly wanted to know. Steam curled from the kettle into the cold air. A wound shown to a compassionate person may heal, Daichi said. A wound shown to the merely curious becomes entertainment. He looked at Wren. Private pain is not public property. The words entered Wren like a bell heard across water. Not every question deserves a doorway. On the second day, an official arrived carrying a sealed invitation from the governor. Daichi had already refused it 3 times. Do you admit, the official asked, that refusing this invitation insults the governor? Daichi placed the letter beside the fire. I will not go. That is not what I asked. It is the only answer that belongs to you. The official demanded reasons. Daichi said nothing more. After he left, Wren asked, why not explain? He may misrepresent you. Daichi stirred the coals. Orange sparks lifted and vanished. A decision can be discussed while it is being made, he said. After it is made, endless explanation often becomes a request for permission. Wren remembered the academy. He had left because remaining would have required him to become someone he despised. Not every question deserves a doorway. On the third day, a traveling monk came to challenge Daichi. You teach silence because you possess no real knowledge, the monk said. Is that not true? Daichi smiled. Are you silent because you know I am right? Daichi placed a fallen leaf on the surface of a stone basin. Rings moved outward across the water. The challenger laughed. You cannot answer. Daichi turned away. After the monk left, Wren said, your silence looked like defeat. Only to someone who came hoping to see defeat. Daichi touched the water and the leaf drifted beyond his finger. A hook does not become food because it is shaped like a question. Wren remembered every time Sato had asked, are you afraid? Each time he had taken the hook and called it courage. On the 4th day, a frightened woman came to the monastery. Her younger brother had once stayed there during an illness. Tell me what he confessed to you, she pleaded. I am his sister. I deserve to know. Daichi gave her hot broth and listened as she cried. But when she repeated the question, he said, what he entrusted to me was his to give, not mine. Even if the truth would comfort me? Then he must decide to offer it. After she left, Daichi said, compassion does not give us ownership of another person's secrets. Wren thought of his friend behind the prison wall. The secret, a wooden chime knocked softly against stone, while the mountain wind pressed against the paper windows. On the 5th morning, Sato arrived with 2 guards and several townspeople. So this is where our brilliant scholar has hidden, he said. Wren's stomach tightened. Sato turned to Daichi. Your student says wise men do not answer foolish questions. Do you believe everyone who questions you is a fool? It was a perfect trap. If Daichi said yes, he would sound arrogant. If he said no, Sato would demand answers to everything that followed. Daichi opened the monastery gate. Morning mist drifted through the cedar forest. You have not come to understand my answer, he said. You have come to decide what my answer proves. Sato's smile disappeared. A question asked by a closed mind is not an invitation. It is a room with no door. Daichi gestured toward the open gate. When you are willing to hear something you did not bring with you, return. Sato laughed, but no one joined him. He turned to Wren. Do you agree with him, or are you still too frightened to speak for yourself? Wren felt the old machinery begin. His pulse quickened. Explanations crowded his mouth. He saw his father leaving, the academy, and his friend being taken away. Then he heard the rain on the roof. He smelled cedar smoke. He remembered the leaf floating beyond the hook. Ren breathed once. "No," he said. "No, you do not agree?" "No, I am not frightened." "Then answer the question." "I just did." Sato's face hardened. "Tell these people why you really left the academy." "My reasons are not yours to put on display." "Tell them what your imprisoned friend confessed." "His trust is not mine to spend." "So now you think silence makes you wise?" Ren looked at him calmly. "You have already decided what my answer will mean." For the first time, Sato had nothing to work with. He threw out another accusation, then another. Each one fell into the courtyard, untouched. Without Ren's anger, Sato's performance became visible. The townspeople no longer saw a powerful man exposing a scholar. They saw a man pulling at a door he had not been invited to enter. At last, Sato left. The courtyard grew quiet. Daichi returned to his broom. "Did I win?" Ren asked. Daichi shook his head. "Then what happened?" The old master looked toward the open gate where the mist was lifting. "Wisdom is not knowing what to say. It is knowing what does not deserve your voice." Ren remained at the monastery through winter. He still studied and he still answered sincere questions with patience. But he no longer confused access with honesty. Before answering, he learned to notice the hand holding the question. Was this person asking with compassion or collecting his pain? Was the decision still open, or were they demanding that he seek permission after the fact? Was the question an invitation or a hook? Did the truth belong to him, or had someone else placed it in his care? Was the listener willing to understand, or merely waiting to distort his words? These 5 questions changed the shape of his life. They may change yours too. The next time your chest tightens and you feel compelled to explain yourself, pause before you open the door. You do not have to reveal a private wound to prove that it exists. You do not have to retry a settled decision in the court of someone else's opinion. You do not have to accept a provocation merely because it ends with a question mark. You do not have to trade another person's confidence for your own credibility. And you do not have to keep speaking to someone who has made misunderstanding you part of their identity. Silence is not always fear. Sometimes it is discernment. Sometimes it is loyalty. Sometimes it is the boundary that keeps what is sacred from becoming entertainment. Before you answer, ask yourself one quiet question. Will my words create understanding or merely give this person more material? Then choose carefully, because not every question deserves a doorway. If this story stayed with you, subscribe to Ancient Current and share in the comments one word for what you want to protect more carefully. Until next time, be gentle with yourself.